we have Josip here from our developer experience team. He's a software engineer who's been working on some cool features, the first of which is the app manifest, and the second of which is some small enhancements to the create-miro-app command. And we'll hand it over to Josip to just demo a few of these things and walk us through.
Great, thanks, Will. So I will start with the updates that we did in the create-miro-app script that we have. There's a new addition to the script that will print out a link at the end of the execution. So what you can see on this screen is that I ran the create-miro-app tool. It installed all the dependencies that we have for the app, and then once it succeeded, it gave me a link here that I can click on to create a pre-configured app in the Miro settings app page. So I will now click on that link. And as you can see, it takes me to my Miro settings page with the create new app pop-up that has the app name pre-configured to what I named the app in the tool. And once I click on create app, we can see that the app is also pre-configured with the local host as the app URL, so that we can quickly get started working with that, and it has some default permissions set here that will allow us to read the board and write to the board. So that's a small update that we did there, which makes it really easy to create new apps in the settings page as well. And now the other update is, as Will mentioned, we have an app manifest. So what is this? As you can see here on the right, there is the button to edit app settings in manifest. And if I click that, I get a code editor with YAML representation of our app settings. So there's the app name that I can change, there's the version of the SDK that we're using, SDK URI, and all the other settings that we can change. As you edit these, you can also see on the right the documentation is updated based on which key you're in. So we can see the documentation for the scopes, for the icons and how to set them up, as well as all the other keys that we have here. And there's a link to the entire reference for the app manifest and with a video there on how to edit your settings. One nice thing of this new feature is that we can also use this as to create new templates. So if we go to our app examples repository on GitHub, we added some YAML settings for our example apps. So in this case, it's a webhook manager app, and you can see the YAML here that we can copy. We go back to our app settings, we paste in the new settings, click on the save, and now our app has the same configuration as the example app in GitHub. So this makes it really easy to share apps or copy existing apps and create new ones, and so on. So if you go back to the UI is also reflecting these settings as well.
Awesome. And one quick question, Josip, is there like validation in the YAML editor, or will it have to be a certain way in order to save it?
Yeah, that's a great question. So if I add a key that doesn't exist, we can see the error on the bottom here. So the app names, it says the app names is an unknown key, or if the value in there is like another object maybe, then it's gonna again complain that it should be a string and not an object. So you also get the validation error messages here as well, and you cannot save it until you fix those.
I see. Awesome. Yeah, and I can imagine this would be really handy if you had like a staging app and a production app that all have the same settings, and you just want to make sure they're exactly the same. Makes this very easy.
Exactly. Yeah.
Awesome. Awesome. Well, great. Thanks for sharing those updates with us, Josip. Really appreciate it. And this has been very helpful.
Great, thanks.
Awesome.